Kathy's Crochet Shop. Thank you for joining me today as we learn how to make a single crochet stitch. Today I've started this project by making a slip knot as we learned in our slip knot tutorial and making a chain of 11 chain stitches. I want to make a project right now in which I have a couple rows of 10 single crochets. So to do that, I need to make sure I have one extra chain stitch on my beginning chain so that I will end up with 10 when I'm done. So in this case, I have 11 chain stitches plus the loop that is on my hook. As I said in my chain stitch tutorial, that the anatomy of the chain stitch, on the back we have these little bumps, and there will be some projects where we crochet into those little bumps on the back, but today we're going to crochet into the V's, the little V's that are made as we make our chain. So in order to get started, we want to hold our hook with either the pencil hold or the knife hold, and we want to make sure our left hand is properly wrapped to let the yarn flow through, and that we're holding our little chain with our thumb on the left hand and our middle finger. Now we're going to skip the first chain and crochet into the second chain from the hook. Sometimes you'll see that written on a pattern, crochet into the second chain from the hook, and that's what they mean. Here's the first chain and here's the second. So we're going to go down in below the top two pieces of yarn and have one piece of yarn underneath and put our hook through there. Next, we're going to twist things a little bit and yarn over and bring it through that opening in the chain stitch. Now you should have 2 loops on your hook, but we're not done. We're going to yarn over again, and notice how I move everything. It's a gliding motion, not a rigid motion, and pull, yarn over and pull through both of those. Now you've made your very first single crochet. Let's do it again. We're going to go, and sometimes you need to hold your loop and your stitch with the right hand with your thumb to make sure things are going the way they need to go. So we've crocheted into that first chain stitch. Now look for the next V shape. Here's our V pattern. So we're going to put the hook into the V, yarn over and pull it through and up to the other side. Yarn over again and through the 2 loops. Now we've got 2. One more time, look for the next V. You might need to hold the loop on your hook with this hand if you need to find it and stabilize things. And this thumb should be moving to the left. We're always going to crochet right to left pretty much. All right, so yarn into the V, hook into the V, sorry, and then yarn over and pull it through. 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both of them. All right. Now you've done single crochets across the row. If you count the little V's on top, you'll see that I have 10 single crochet stitches. When you're a little more experienced, we can learn how to crochet this tail into our work, but right now we're just going to leave the tail end of the yarn hanging there, and we'll learn to weave it in later. But what do we do when we get to the end of our row? We have our 10 stitches, and now we want to make another row. Well, here's where the chain stitch comes in handy again. We're going to simply chain 1 and then turn. Let me repeat that. We chain 1 and then we turn because we're going to work from the right to the left. And notice we still have V's at the top of our work, our project. So now we want to go into the first real V that we see here. This particular V at the base of our chain 1 counts as part of that chain 1, is our single crochet in this row. So now we're going to put our hook into the second one with the V on top, we're making a little space under the V with our hook, yarn over and pull through. And you see how you went down through the rabbit hole right there and came up with 2 bunny ears. And now you're going to yarn over and come through both of those loops. So back down into the rabbit hole with the V on top of your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through, come out of the rabbit hole and have bunny ears, and pull that through. And you will keep doing that all the way across. Feel free to keep crocheting single crochet rows as long as you would like. And remember, when you get to the end of the row, you chain 1 and turn and start all over again. Right into this. Don't work on, unless your pattern calls for it, don't use that one, but use the next one. There you go. And maintain all the way across your 10 single crochets. I'm about to put up a project for a child's scarf using nothing but chain stitch and single crochets that we've learned through this tutorial. Please watch for that or try to find it on my channel, and that will give you a nice project. It's especially great for younger crochet friends who need something to work on to practice the single crochet and get it down just right. So I hope to see you there, and have fun with your single crochet practice.